Hans Zimmer is literally sitting right behind me. I feel like I cannot.
It's a Friday night.
Woo!
I only have one more show left tomorrow, and then I am done. Thank you. Congratulations to me. Got off to a rocky start, but smashed it in the fucking end. Listen, I know that this show and this small little run that I've been doing, I know the majority of us here were supposed to be together months ago. I can only apologise, but there is something kind of like magical about the fact that it's now an even extra more special show than it would have been then by it being a final. So I apologise, but also I'm grateful for everything that happens, and everything happens for a reason, and I wasn't well, and I also wouldn't have been ready to have finished these shows when they were originally supposed to finish. I feel great about it. I think otherwise, a few months ago I would have been an absolute hot mess. So I'm just so thrilled we're together finally, and then it happens to be for this very, very special occasion. So thank you all for coming up. Please say hello to Eric, my piano player. Eric, say hello to all our new friends tonight. Now I have to say, this is like my 50th outfit, right? Because I've done a different outfit for every show. I can't wait to just live in my Evershade pyjamas. But this dress is an ode to Elvis Presley. Can you see the patterns outside? It is. We were going back and forth with a designer I used to wear all the time when I was younger. Obviously I'm still young, but I'm also loving getting old. But I wanted to pay a little homage to Elvis tonight and tomorrow. Anyway, have you had a good week? I woke up on Monday morning with a fucking sore throat and a blocked nose, and I shat myself. Especially because last Saturday night I made a joke about that I would be on this stage even if it was like the ending of the Substance movie. Just like one giant blob, and I was like, oh my god, I manifested it. But somehow a higher being, a higher power came through for me yesterday, and I felt way, way better. So thrilled about that. So I can just fully immerse myself and enjoy it with you. Guess what else I did yesterday? I went to go and have a little peep at Formula One. Right? Are any of you doing Formula One stuff while you're here? A few of you. Well, I went mainly because my son is a very, very big fan, and I'm trying to be a good sport by pretending to be interested in He's a 12-year-old boy, obviously we don't have much in common other than DNA. So I went along and I had the time of my life. I'm now a Formula One fan. I found my hobby, Eric. I found it because I've been nervous because I'm going on a break after tomorrow night. And I'm like, what am I going to do with myself other than day drink? I need a real hobby. And I might have found it in Formula One. I had no idea, and I'm saying this very much as someone that just loves watching true crime dramas and I had no idea it was so complicated, Formula One. It's like NASA. It's like NASA, and it is like Boeing or something like that. There is hundreds, if not thousands of people reading. I know this is a bit off-brand for what I'm talking about. I just was flabbergasted how much I loved it. And it was very exciting. Everyone was British, it felt like, which is also very exciting. I know. I love everybody, but you don't expect to be around hundreds and hundreds of British people talking about, just things I don't understand. But anyway, it was fun, and my son absolutely loved it as well. So that's all I've done this week is cross my fingers to try and get better, and also go to Formula One. It was absolutely great. I loved it. So that is my weekly update for you. As I mentioned a minute ago, I love you too, is that these shows are rescheduled. It has been a set of 10 shows that I've done, and so I know there are a lot of delayed sort of special occasions. Do we have any current or delayed birthdays? Happy birthday. Do we have any delayed Christmas presents from last year? Ho, 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 bitches, I'm here. Just in time for the next Christmas. Do we have any current or delayed anniversaries? Happy anniversaries. Do we have any current or delayed bachelorette/hen-do's? Oh my god, we do! I think that might be the most we've ever had. Oh, how wonderful. You look beautiful with your veil on. Good luck. Do we have any divorce parties? Don't bitches. Do you really? Delayed or current? Do we have anyone here on their own tonight? Hello, do we have any girls' trips? Do we have any gays' trips? Do we have any mothers and their kids? mothers and their daughters, mothers and their sons. And do we have anyone, I imagine you're a straight male. Don't worry about it, I won't be offended. You're actually my favourite category, as it were. Do we have any straight males who have been dragged here against their will by their lives? Well, I'm going to win you over, you know. I will make it my task tonight to win you over, and you are going to love me. You're going to love me because first of all, I make your wife happy, right? And I'm about to drag all of you, not just your wives, head first through emotional dirt, right? Yes, ma'am. And it's going to open her up, and she's going to be emotional, and you're going to love it, and then you're probably going to have sex later. It'll be passionate, it'll be beautiful, it'll be wonderful. So you're going to thank me later for coming. Well, anyway, welcome one and all, everybody. I'm so thrilled that we're finally here together and that you all took the time to come. I really can't thank you enough. I have loved this residency with my whole heart. I have really loved it. It has been a roller coaster, you know, like I said a minute ago, it did get off to a rocky start, but all good things are a bit rocky, and in the end it's come out and it's been my favourite show that I've ever done. I will miss it so much. I will miss the show, I will miss the crew, the stability, the basically having a weekend job is what it feels like, which I know sounds ridiculous, but it brings me so mumuch focus and it's been an anchor for me, and I am going to miss it, but I am also so glad that it happened, you know. It's time to move on. It's time to, you know, for the next chapter, and it's time for the next season of my life. But I have loved it, and it is. I'll tell you a bit more later about what it was, of what I was hoping it would be the first time I ever stood on this stage, which was in 2020, I think, it was the end of 2020. Not for a performance, I came to check the room out. And, you know, I feel a lot of energy, so I was like, let me go see what it's like, you know, on the stage, and I just fell in love with it. But anyway, we are going to do you. How many of you have been to this show before? Woo! Thank you for coming back, that's such a high compliment. So how many of you, is this your first time? Fantastic. So this show is very much, it's a big heart-to-heart. It's very much a grower and not a shower. So, you know, right now it looks very like they're just sitting in this big egotistical A, but the walls move, things start happening, okay? But I wanted to start the show nice and small like this with Eric and I and you, just so it feels a bit more intimate. Obviously this is a very intimate setting to be in, but you know, just me, him and you chatting and singing and being naked with me vocals with this big sound system in this room somehow makes me feel comfortable. It's like a weird reverse psychology on myself. So I'm going to give you a couple more piano ballads in this giant A. Woo! And then things will start to change, and I'm basically going to give you about 20 other piano ballads. Woo! You know what you came for, you know? It's my favourite thing to do. I do have a couple of up-tempo bangers, like pop bangers, and I will be doing them, but I'll also be doing them all together, because let's not pretend that we're people we're not. We came here to be miserable, didn't we? We came here to cry. But I'm going to give you whiplash. I'm going to make you laugh for 2 whole hours while I basically make you cry. As well, and there is a lot going on, there's a lot going on in the world, and the doors are closed, and you are mine now until gone 10 p.m. So let's just all be together in a moment. Be kind to each other. I know that there's nice, comfortable seats. This is not a seated show. You can stand whenever you want, you can sit when you want, you can sway, you can do whatever you want, okay? But and if someone is standing in front of you and it's annoying you, just turn your lovely heads to the side of the stage. And on the screens. I spent a lot of money on them, so please look at them. Please use them. Okay, this is a bit of an oldie, and the other thing I like this show to be, especially for my last weekend, is one giant karaoke party, is what I want. Whether you can sing or not, just sing along with me, okay? It really does. It's like exercise. It makes you feel great. It releases great hormones and things like that, okay? This is a bit of a golden oldie, and we only started doing it again for this show, and it's been such a joy to do it again. So this is Turning Tables.
Love you, Adele!
Sorry, I threw my head back so dramatically in the bathroom to you. Sorry about that. So I just want to quickly say, I do watch a lot of TV, obviously, and this week even more so because I was resting. I watched a documentary on Christopher Reeve, you know Superman. There's a new documentary, I'm not sure what it's out on, that is about him and his life, and it was absolutely spectacular, and it's probably one of my favourite documentaries I've ever seen, actually, and I couldn't recommend it enough, so just a parting recommendation before I leave. We have sort of a couple of hours. It was so beautiful. I cried my eyes out, it made me smile, it was just so very, very beautiful. And all those Superman movies remind me of my Nana and Grampy in Wales, because back in the day when you could put the cassette in, look at me bigging him up about to basically say that we were doing copyright. We used to put the VHS into you could record things off of TV. So we had all 4 of them from when they would be on TV, and I got to watch them every time I'd go and visit them in Wales. So maybe it was a bit nostalgic for me as well, but it was absolutely brilliant and so beautiful, and he was just wonderful. Completely off topic as well, that was, but maybe you can download it for your flight home or something like that, So I'm going to do the first song that I wrote for my second album, 21, right? And with my first album, I just loved playing guitar and singing, and my dream was to actually be like a London-based indie artist. Just sort of running around on the tube with my acoustic guitar on my back, trying to do 3 or 4 gigs a night. And my first album was every style of music that I loved, just sort of me just trying to get away with it, basically. I threw it all at a wall and made an album. And I was discovered through MySpace. Do you remember MySpace? So social media certainly did exist, but certainly not how it does now. And streaming really wasn't a thing. Napster tried to happen, but obviously it didn't really happen. But I got discovered on MySpace, and that's how I sort of got little gigs around London and things like that. And once I had a record deal and sort of a team behind me, I got Radio Play. Radio Play is such an integral part of my career, which is crazy because sometimes the biggest artists now don't even go to radio. I don't even know, I feel so out of the loop, but I don't fucking care either because I'm fucking off tomorrow. But what I'm trying to, it's a long-winded way of saying, I was incredibly lucky with my first album to be able to travel with it because news didn't travel as fast as it does now, so I was very lucky that I got to go to Europe. And I got to tour, America. When I say extensively, I don't mean on arena tours and, huge, but I got to go to every little pocket, pretty much, of America, which was, for a girl from London, was highly unlikely and also just wild. And I got to do that, and I discovered so many different types of music that I had never heard of. Again, I used to go to the CD shop all the time when I was a kid. I would spend any money I had on CDs, but now it's so easy to access any artist you hear, any song, all those things. But there was so much music I hadn't ever even remotely heard of. And by getting to be in America for so long, I discovered country music and different types of blues music and things like that, and it was mind-blowing to me. It was absolutely mind-blowing, especially with country, because the storytelling is so detailed. You feel like you're in the room where the situation is happening that the song is about. You sort of feel like you're sort of a ghost in the room and things like that. And I was so desperate to be a sponge and soak up as much of all of it as I could, but didn't know if I was. I woke up, and then it's in lots of ways, in weird ways, in strange ways, in great ways, in hard ways, in lots of different ways. And also the way I just told this story, it sounds like I'm about to sing a country song, which I am not. But the storytelling really came through for me on my second album. It turned out that I had been that sponge, that I had so longed to be what I had the opportunity to be on my first album. And so I wrote this song on that day I went to the studio, and I was actually still in the relationship that I was in, but that whole album is, that relationship with that one album. And I remember playing it to him when we were basically 5 years old, but obviously the album's 21, but I was at 5 years old because the maturity levels are off the fucking charts compared to now. And I played it, it's like, oh, is that how you feel? And I was like, yes, apparently so, that is how when Leslie broke up. I know, it was my first true heartbreak. Like, it wasn't just like breaking up like that, like we had to like sort of separate parts of our lives, you know, because it was like my first relationship. And I am very much a drama queen, I'm a Taurus. And I can shine the shit into diamonds whenever I feel like it. But that relationship was very, very important to me, and it did help define, you know, what then went on with my adulthood. And also that album defines my whole life, and it always will. It's a very long, up and down story about this song that I'm going to do, but this is actually one of my favourite songs to sing in general, out of other people's songs, my songs, whatever. I love singing this song, it's so fun to do. And I'm going to meet the girls for it. So please give a massive, massive warm welcome to Samara, Amanda and Katie. Come on out, girlies. And their power suits, that's what they're in. Well, let me get a sip of hot honey, because I'm talking so much and drawing my own throat out. All right, oh, I forgot to ask you, did you go gambling? Any wins? Any losses? It is what it is. This is Take It All. Tonight. Now is the perfect time to do my lottery seats. I'm very excited. My second to last lottery seats. Paul, please you bring out the Tombola, my love. Okay, so inside of our Tombola, I love you, is every single seat on the very top balcony. Top balcony, let me hear ya. Okay, so the week before opening night, the one that actually fucking opened, I was sick and I couldn't rehearse down here on the stage, so I had to be up there on my own, and I was miserable because hang on, I've got two. And so I, rather than just sit in the same seat feeling sorry for myself, I decided to sit in every single seat on the top balcony to find if there was a bad view. But there is not a bad view. This room is sensational. This room is the best room ever. Every seat is amazing. But it's just, yeah, it's like my little friend up there, because I was like scared for my life, because I was like, what if I can't open on opening night after all that other stuff that had happened? And basically the first night I did the show was the first time I ever did the show. So here we are, 99 shows later. No, hang on, 98 shows later, not including that one. Anyway, so we have lot 405. I can hear you. Row K for ketchup. Seat 508. Row K. I heard a scream. 508. Who is it? I can hear someone because they're excited. They're on the. Oh, it's the back fucking row. How great! Give us another wave so we can get you on the screens. Oh, she's already off. She's off. Come down. Okay, well, just so you know, you can only bring one person down. You can bring one person down with you. You haven't got to come on your own. Honey, wait. Whoa. You can bring one person down with you, so don't just come down on your own. And if you're in a group, obviously you've got to choose someone, which might be a bit awkward. But you can, do you even know what the lottery is? Maybe she's been here before. You can now come and be my guest for the rest of the show down here towards the front. She must have seen this before, because the way she went for that door, she knew, she was ready, she was ready. Okay, so you know earlier on, when I was telling you that I have like 3 up-tempo pop bangers. Well, Water on the Bridge was the first one, so now we've got 2 more. So I'd like you to stand up. We've only got 2 more chances to dance, basically. So if you sit down for 2 whole hours, we don't get our final steps in, you know? So this is Send My Love to you, just for the time. At this time, I'm going to miss this section next. It's actually time for my favourite part of the show. And it's terrible, really, because, you see, it has nothing to do with singing and nothing to do with music. I know, it's like a moment where I can go a little bit wild, you know? It's time for my T-shirt guns. It's time for... I might ask if I can keep these and I can just, like, shoot things to my dogs or something like that. So, a little bit of a disclaimer. So I've been doing T-shirt guns since, like, 2016, 2017. Which was basically the last
Get ready,
time I was
maybe it'll fall.
regularly and I was on tour. And One of the reasons I love this room so much is because I can see your eyeballs. Every single one of you. I can
So
see your
everybody
eyeballs,
that's
right?
tuning not to say will fuck
In
off. You can
2016,
find another line.
2017, I was playing like enormous rooms, enormous outdoor rooms.
It's literally a concert.
Like stadiums and cricket stadiums and things like that. And it's hard to feel human in a room or in a space with that many people. It's just impossible. I find it very, very impossible. I just did some, hang on babies, I can't hear myself. Let me put my ear back in. I can't. Someone's shouting at me down there. And I did some wonderful shows in the summer and it was so overwhelmingly fantastic that I couldn't really see anybody, you know? And I know that people
So
can
I'm
see
not going
me,
to turn
but
off the comments because...
really, can you? Even if it's on a big screen?
People that need translation.
I know you can see me here. I'm not talking about here, I'm
So,
talking about those big rooms. But it's one of the reasons that this room is so special to me is because I feel human with you and you feel like humans to me. I love it. So the one way of like making me feel like I had some like contact with those people years ago in those big rooms and in the summer was I was like, oh, well, all of these big sports teams have mascots, so why don't I just become my own mascot and start shooting T-shirts into the crowd? And even then it was my favourite part of the show, and obviously I wasn't going to do it here because it's a way smaller room, but it's just too much fucking fun. So I'm going to be aiming for the balconies, you'll see why. You'll see why. Please be careful. I was told about a young woman last week that caught one and took it to the face and I busted her lip open.
What?
Thank God she didn't mind. But this is why I don't shoot before
She
them.
can bust my lip
They
open.
sue me. We're in America. Oh my Lord. So I'm going to be aiming for the balconies first, but sometimes I do overshoot my shots. So
Hey, I'm going to jump
don't
over
fall
you.
asleep.
If it
Right, top
falls.
balcony, you're first. Oh, back row. Back row. Very nice. Okay. That middle balcony, I missed you last week, so I have to really get my position right.
Oh my god.
Oh, I missed it.
Darn it.
Did it go on the floor?
No.
Oh, you just got it, front row. Skin of your teeth. I think I was ripped my spanks. Crouching down like that. I've got two more on the stage. Oh, okay. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, yes. It's deceiving because the room's small. This is actually a stadium-sized stage in a theatre, so it's deceiving. Okay, top balconies, are you ready? Oh, another back rower! Another back rower! Oh, second your back. Okay. Who got that? It went to the top balcony again. Top balcony, okay. 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. They all got caught. That's the most important thing. By the way, it's a signed T-shirt, a handwritten note, and $50 to go buy yourself a drink. Just so you know. Okay, let me say hello to my new friends from upstairs. 1 second. Hello, ladies. Hello. Now, who screamed? I'm talking to the lottery seat winners. You lot are loud and mouthy and cheeky tonight. I love it though. It was you. It was because I heard you.
Given up English sign.
Oh, your mum screamed, but it was your seat. What's your name? Catherine. And what's your mum's name? Nita. Oh, Lida. Oh, lovely. I've never heard that name. Very, very nice. Where have you guys come from tonight? Houston. You know what, sometimes I don't know where people are from, you know, because I'm obviously very, very British. Obviously I know Houston because Big Al B's from there. I've known Houston, I think like before I even knew of LA. Just because I
Beyonce!
Now, when did you guys get to Vegas? That's very specific. I love a bit of organisation. I love it. You got 147. Did you drive? Did you fly? You flew? Oh, okay, so you haven't been waiting since early this year. Well, that's good for me. Oh, you have? You didn't make it on the pre-sale. Oh, you're just telling me now that it's your mum's birthday? Right, okay, so it's your mum's birthday. Should we sing her happy birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lina. Happy birthday to you. Wait until the scalpers dropped their prices. Good for you. Good for you.
Yay!
But you managed to get to, and now you're the lottery seat with us. That's absolutely meant to be. Absolutely meant to be. How long? What else do you have planned while you're in Vegas then? Because obviously you didn't know you were going to get the tickets. So how long are you here for? When are you here until? 1 a.m. Oh, so you randomly, like you flew in last minute because you got the tickets. How did you manage to get a flight during Formula One weekend? Oh, gosh. Well, let's not talk about that. Now, are you from Houston, or have you lived there your whole life? Is that what you're born and bred, Houston? And do you have any siblings? Are you here with anyone else tonight? Just you guys. Well, lovely. So you believe you're flying first thing in the morning? Well, thank goodness this all happened. Feels like fate. Well, this song is for you both, but especially for you because it's your birthday. I'm going to sit down now. Have you noticed how my stage also has a chair in it? Oh, it's wonderful. And I also have What? Thank you so much. Oh my God, you're so welcome. Are you crazy? Thank you for coming. Thanks for taking a chance on me. Also, I'm obsessed with your organisation skills. You have to tell me the exact time you flew in, but also managing to get a ticket last minute and a flight last minute. I don't care how much it costs. That is organisation. I love it. I love organisation. Anyway, talking of Houston, so, you know, it's always been, you know, I always think that when Beyonce's on stage, she's like controlling that hair with that wind and those fans. It's like one of the most satisfying things ever. It's like a meditation for me. And I used to, you know, I get very hot when I'm singing, I just do. And I get hot all the time actually. And I used to have these big ugly fans just from like Home Depot or something like that. Because it was like a last minute thought that, oh, she might get hot on stage and things like that, but not this time. Oh, no. This time, all across my stage, I have built-in fans that you can't even see. I know, I'm going to miss them terribly. They have saved my face many a time. Anyway, this is Make Me Feel My Love for you. Did you feel how hot? It's my 99th time shooting myself on stage. Sometimes I'm like, what if it's just a gust of wind or something like that? Or the air conditioning goes in a different direction, it goes into my hair and I'm just a witch. Talking of witches, you know, hello. Oh, you look very sparkly. Hello everybody, I love you too. Hello. Look you all your Burberry, very posh. Hello, everybody else. Yeah, talking of witches, just give me that for 1 second. Talking of witches, right? I really don't like musicals. And don't judge me, you know, I think it's an art, I think it's a craft, I think it's absolutely phenomenal, it just doesn't do anything for me. But whatever this wicked, like, press campaign is going on, I am gagged to see it. I can't tell you how excited I am to watch Wicked, which is absolutely crazy because I didn't like the musical itself. I don't like any musicals. But it's working, their marketing campaign has worked. It has worked on me. And I am absolutely going to see it, probably on Sunday, when I'm going to see it. I'm very, very excited. But anyway, I'm just getting to the water because I really do panic during set 5 to the road. I forget to breathe and swallow. So, I always do this next song walking through the crowd. I love it, it's just yet another thing. Hi guys, sorry, I'm not ignoring you, I just can't turn me back to, I can turn me back to you for 1 second. So I've always sung this song, walking through the middle, and another reason that I love this room so much is that I feel safe doing it in this room. I really do. It's very digestible, it's easy for me, and it's easy for you to see my face and be like, well, don't do that, because that, you know, things like that. And it's, and I will probably miss the walkthrough the most out of the whole show, actually, if I'm honest with you, because I don't meet strangers very often. And I don't really do anything, so it's just basically me, my son, my partner and my dogs. My cat is my soulmate, though I do believe that. He's obsessed with me, and I'm quite obsessed with him. But anyway, I used to walk through the crowd, you know, as I'm walking up to this middle part, I used to walk through the crowd and I used to talk to people, and usually someone that I would spot from the second I came on stage during Hello. Just it would be someone that got my attention. But I haven't been doing that on this leg. I created a conversation card game with one of my dearest friends who I haven't seen. How long has he been gone now? Oh God, yeah. He decided, as probably a social experiment on himself, to go to in the arse end of nowhere into a cabin with no running water or no running electricity during the election, because he lives his whole life on his phone. So it's been nearly 2 months. We get letters, which is very nice. I feel like Jane Austen because I write a whole love letter back to him immediately as if I'm replying to a text. But yeah, it's been hard. But we wrote these conversation cards with each other a few years ago, and it's called Love Is a Game. And it's ways of getting to know new people, or even people that you know very, very well. It's just, it's deep questions and stuff like that. So rather than walking through the crowd and sort of just chatting with someone, I decided to start doing one of the cards. Obviously, some of them are very light, some of them are very, very deep. I've had a couple deep ones and a couple light ones, haven't I? So, okay, I'm going to go for When We Were Young. They're all different categories named after my songs, you know what I'm like. Okay, so the category is When We Were Young. Oh, a time you saw a parent as human. That's the deep one. How fitting. I think my own motherhood helped me see, my own parenthood, my own motherhood helped me see my mother as a person rather than as a mum, but also I saw a motivational GIF, I don't know what they're called. GIFs, memes, I don't know. And it was ages ago actually, before I stopped living my life online, because that sucks and you should stop doing that. If you're glued to your phone for no reason, something's missing, you need to do something else. And I learned that the hard way. But right before I did that, I saw a motivational, all my feeds used to be were cats and nail designs. And the motivational thing was, go easy, funnily enough. Go easy on your mother, it's her first time living too. And that really, really changed my perspective on everything to do with myself as a mum, her as a mum, all parents, everyone I know, because life is hard, life is sucks. It doesn't matter what situation you're in, the problems never disappear, they just come in different forms. That was a good one. How fitting. Cameron's motion. Karen. Thank you enough for taking the time and making so much effort to come to this show. For those of you who have been waiting for such a fucking long time, was it a little bit worth it? You will have to wait for me, certainly. I've been dying to do these shows for you, and like I said at the top of the show, I'm thrilled for all of us, including myself. They ended up being such special shows. So my last Friday night is done. It was the evening before the end. And thank you, Britta Brawl. Hello. And I don't feel emotional. It's so strange because I am the most emotional person that I know. I cry at everything. My partner always jokes that the sun comes out and you cry. I'm like, yeah, I do. Yeah, that's damn right. It's my release. But I don't have anything left to release here. I have already done all of it. I have done 99 shows. I have sung every single song 99 times. Like it's happening to me in real life, in real time again, and I have left my whole fucking soul in this room. I have gone above and beyond of what I ever thought I could do with a show, and with my feelingness, you know. And it has been such a joy. And the first time I wanted to tell, at the top of the show, I was talking far too much, too soon in the show. So I said to you, I'll tell you later how I felt when I first came into this room. For those of you that might not know the story, I think I've told it. I think I've done like a couple of interviews since I started here years ago. But I came to see the room empty. Obviously, I've been to see Celine Dion here. Obviously, I've been to... I used to sit at the back over there. And I had never felt the room empty, you know, it's very, very different. And so I flew in just for the afternoon to come and see it. And I didn't know what way they were bringing me in, but they brought me up the stairs that I now walk up every single time before I come on stage. But I had no idea where I was going, so I was just sort of looking around and being a bit nosy. And then suddenly I was out on the stage, on the Colosseum stage, not on this stage, obviously, because I didn't know if we were definitely doing it yet. And I got overwhelmingly... I just thought I burst into tears, you know, because I'm such an emotional person, and I was coming out the back of something that was so serious and grown up, and hard to do, but you have to, when you're going through a divorce, you have to do it lovingly. If you're going through one, just be loving. It's not, especially if there's kids involved, because at some point you did love that person and they love you, so try and leave with love. I know it's a bit hard sometimes. And all I wanted to do was do some shows. Didn't mean to do this many shows, but I wanted to perform. I wanted to do some songs from 30 and just fall in love with performing again. And my last tour in stadiums fucking shit me life. I fucking freaked out. It was so many people. It was like, oh my god. It took me a long time to kind of wrap my head around it. So this kind of size felt perfect. And when I walked on, I was like, oh, this is the bookend to this story and to this album. And then it fucking sunk like a fucking rock to the bottom of the ocean. But I made that decision based on, I take my authenticity very seriously. I take how I feel about things and myself, I take it very, very seriously. And I was worried if I did that show, the other shows, that I would never step foot on stage again. And I tell you, I'm so stubborn, I never would have. So we went back to the drawing board and I was taking punches. Boy, I took punches for months, fucking hell. But it was worth it because, like I said, this is my favourite show I've ever done and I think I've smashed it. So I can't thank you enough for that. And I have fallen back in love with performing. And like I said earlier, I feel so safe in here and every crowd, you make me feel so safe. I can't thank you enough for that. It really is quite profound. Anyway, I've got 2 more songs for you. I know. I have one more up-tempo, can you believe it? And then I have like a rom-com song for you for the end. Get home safe, have so much fun in Vegas. Listen out for the cars, for the race cars, because they're doing it after the show. Not on purpose, they just do it late, and obviously I come on early. But you could hear them, vroom, vroom, vroom. It's very exciting. Hurts my ears a bit, but vroom, vroom, vroom. And be nice to each other on the way out, be patient, and just have a blast. And be kind, okay? I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you so much.